Hello my dear students, welcome to the class of science. As we are discussing about metals and non-metals, today in this video I'm going to tell you about that what is an atom and how an atom donates and gains electrons and what are the valencies. Like here you are seeing the atom. This is an atom of argon with atomic number 18. As you are seeing that this red color circle is the nucleus. In nucleus we have protons and neutrons, and these colorful buttons are the electrons which are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed orbit. This is the atom of argon. Argon is an inert gas. It is very stable element. It is very stable atom. It do not react with any other element because its octet is complete. It has no space for any other electron to come, and it cannot donate any other electron to any other element. See, this is a nucleus. We have protons and neutrons inside the nucleus, and the charge of protons is positive and neutrons is negative. So the charge of nucleus is positive, but electrons having negative charge. So an atom becomes electrically neutral. So what does it mean? It means that the number of protons should be equal to number of electrons so that they can cancel out each other's charges and makes the atom electrically neutral. Like in the first shell, which is the K shell, we put 2 electrons because it is very near to the nucleus. In the next shell, which is the L shell, we have put 8 electrons. And in the outermost shell of the argon, which is the M shell, we put 8 more electrons. So in this way, we put the electrons inside a nucleus, inside an atom. Now, it has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. It can't donate any more electron. For example, if I talk about chlorine, forget about argon. Now let's talk about chlorine. Its atomic number is 17. Now protons are 17 and electrons are 17. Suppose if I took away 1 electron, then this becomes the atom of chlorine. Look here, in the outermost shell we have 7 electrons. Now to become it stable, chlorine has to take 1 extra electron in it so that it becomes stable. It acquires the configuration of argon. Now, electron with a negative charge. If we put 1 new electron in the outermost shell of the chlorine, then it acquires the configuration of argon with 18 electrons. But number of protons will be 17 because it is an atom of chlorine. So it acquires a negative charge. Negative charge means it has 1 negative valency because it took 1 extra electron with minus charge. Now if I talk about the sodium metal, sodium with atomic number 11. So in the nucleus we have 11 protons and 11 neutrons, and 11 electrons are revolving around the nucleus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this one 11. So here we have 11 electrons revolving around the nucleus of sodium. Now everybody or every electron wants to be stable. So to become stable configuration means 8 electrons in its outer octet. Either sodium has to gain 7 electrons or it has to lose 1 electron. So to gain 7 electrons is very tough, and to lose 1 electron is very easy. So what happened? Sodium will donate its 1 electron to someone and acquires the inert gas configuration. Now it has 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So what happened here is the protons here are 11. But the number of electrons becomes 1 less. It means it becomes a cation. Because now this time this atom have a positive charge because number of protons are more. So it becomes an anion with valency +1 because here it denotes donates 1 electron. For example, if we talk about magnesium with the atomic number 12, so it has 12 electrons in its shells and 2 electrons in its outermost shell. So either it gain 6 electrons or lose 2 electrons. So it is very tough to gain 6 electrons and very easy to lose 2 electrons. So magnesium will lose 2 electrons. It donates its 2 electrons and acquire the configuration of noble gas. It means it has now 8 electrons in its outermost shell, which makes it electrically stable and Now, number of protons are 12, but number of electrons becomes 2 less than protons. So, it means the valency becomes +2 because it donates 2 electrons. So, what happened in the case of carbon? Carbon has atomic number 6. So, we place 2 electrons in the K shell and 4 electrons in the L shell. Now, carbon can lose 4 electrons to gain the electrical configuration of helium, or either it gains 4 electrons to complete its octet. So the valency of carbons becomes +4 and -4 because it can gain 4 electrons and it can lose 4 electrons. So let's discuss again. Hydrogen having 1 proton and 1 electron either can gain 1 electron or 1 proton. It can gain 1 electron and donate 1 electron, so the valency becomes 1. Helium, it has 2 electrons, it is inert. It do not react with anybody. Lithium have 3 atomic number means 3 electrons and 3 protons, so it can donate 1 electron, so the valency becomes 1. Beryllium, it can donate 2 electrons, valency becomes 2. Boron can donate 3 electrons, so the valency becomes 3. Carbon can donate 4 electrons or it can take 4 electrons, so the valency becomes 4. Nitrogen with atomic number 7, it has 5 electrons in an outermost shell. Either it can lose 5 or it can gain 3. So to gain 3 electrons is more easy than losing 5 electrons. So it takes 3 electrons, so the valency becomes 3. Oxygen takes 2 electrons to complete its octet and its valency becomes -2. Fluorine have 7 electrons in its outermost shell, can take 1 electron to acquire the configuration of neon, so its valency becomes -1. Neon, it has 10 electrons and 8 electrons in the outermost shell, so it is electrically neutral. Same is the case with sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon. Silicon has valency 4. It means that it can donate 4 electrons or it can take 4 electrons. Argon with atomic number 18. It has completed its outer octet. It cannot donate any electron or it can't take any electron. So this is electrically neutral. Now let me introduce that how you can represent a compound, how you can make a compound. Like here we are seeing sodium with valency +1 and calcium with valency -1. When they both elements mix together, it becomes sodium chloride, NaCl. So positive charge goes to chlorine and negative charge comes to sodium. So they both cancel out the charges and the atom becomes NaCl. Next, Let's discuss about magnesium chloride. Magnesium is a cation. Its valency is +2. Chlorine is an anion. Its valency is -1. So, the +2 charge of magnesium goes to chlorine and -1 charge of chlorine comes to magnesium. So, here is MgCl2 means 2 electrons, 2 atoms of carbon and 1 atom of magnesium will mix. It becomes magnesium chloride. So, I hope that you all understand that where this 2 comes from. In the case of aluminium chloride, the aluminium has the valency of +3, chlorine have valency of -1. So +3 goes to Cl and -1 comes to Al. So here the formula becomes AlCl3. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much.